The Multipad on the Massey Ferguson S-Series tractor is extremely customizable. Today, we're going to be running a VE Series planter. I'm going to go over some of the features and functions and where I like to have them assigned. And again, you can assign these wherever you want based upon operator preference. First, I like to have my raise and lower on the micro joystick moving up and down. To do that, top three buttons on our Datatronic 5, joystick. You can see that currently our micro joystick number 1, up and down, is assigned to valve 1. Let's assign it to valve 3. Let's tap on the valve 1. Let's highlight valve number 3, and now it's assigned. Second, I like to assign my markers on my number 2 valve on the micro joystick, moving left and right. I know that my markers are actually on my 5th valve. To do that, we'll tap on number 2, highlight valve number 5. Now, our hydraulics are assigned to where I use them. Next, I use F1 and F2 to assign my headland. To do that, we'll tap on F1 and highlight our headland sequence. We highlight headland sequence number 1, and now it's assigned. Currently, I'm not going to assign anything to F2. And I might want to come back and do that later based upon maybe throughout the season I find a feature or something that I want to assign there. I always assign C1 being my planting speed and my C2 being my headland speed. Memo A, I like to use this because I want to set a constant engine RPM because I know that I need constant flow and constant pressure on the VE series of planter. To set C1, memo, and C2, we're going to go ahead and go back to our menu, select our engine, and then I'll set that at 1650. And the reason for that is we have an eco pump on this tractor, and I know that I can get 54 gallons of dedicated flow at 1650 RPM. I hit OK. So next, we'll select our transmission menu. To do that, we'll select the 2 gears. And then here, you can see at the bottom of the screen, we have ability to select what speed we want for C1 and C2. So I know that C1 is when I'm actually planting in the field. So I want to select it. So we have a high-speed planter, so I'm going to select it right at 10 miles an hour. And then turning around, I like to turn around somewhere around 5. So I'll go ahead and scroll this down to 5 miles an hour. And now our cruise 1 is set at 10.3 and our cruise 2 is set at 5. That's how you set up and customize the Multipad on the S-Series of tractors specifically for planting.